Well, hello, welcome back. My name is Jay, and in this video, we're going to go back in time about 3 weeks to clean my house before I left for my yearly cruise big vacation. So if that sounds good to you, I am so glad you're here, and I hope you enjoy this video.
Always crazy about guys. 사람들은 모두 그녀를 몰라, and that is fine. She doesn't mind. Get to know her, babe, then you can hate. Her dress is tight, fits just right. She's so fierce with her style. She talks that talk and walks that walk in her high heels with pride. 손가락질 받는 게 익숙한 girl, 예쁜 여자.
Like I said, my name is Jay, this is my house, and recently I went on a transatlantic cruise, so I left a few days early and spent some time in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and then I cruised from Puerto Rico to Barcelona, Spain. So I was gone for quite a bit, and lucky me, I came back home and I was very sick. I was sick the entire week I got back, which I have not been sick for an entire week since early COVID times. So that was quite something to come back home to, but I am finally feeling myself and finally getting this video up for you guys. I'm so sorry it's late. I was naive enough to think that on the cruise I would have good enough upload speeds to get this video uploaded out in the middle of the ocean, but I was wrong, but we are here now. I'm sharing this with you, and again, I do hope that you enjoy it. I have missed uploading, and I did not miss cleaning the house, I gotta say, and we're right back into it as we speak right now. A week home, and the house looks like it's in need of another big clean already. It's crazy just how fast I can make that happen. So here in the living room, it was very crummy. The house didn't seem too untidy, which, I mean, for me, it didn't seem too untidy, but it was just very dirty. And I tried to capture that, especially in the kitchen. There were just crumbs everywhere. There were crumbs all in the couch, crumbs in the carpet, crumbs on the floor. My kitchen counters were sticky and disgusting, and it was dusty everywhere. So it was one of those times where the house doesn't look too bad on the surface, but it was truly dirty, well, by my standards anyway. So I was just trying to get all the crumbs up, and I'm gonna dust and wipe down the surfaces and the glass, which desperately needed it. I will talk a little bit about the cruise throughout this video, but I found that my videos do better when I'm not yapping so much, and I totally understand. I am not offended, believe me, but I'll pop in a little bit just to chat with you guys because I still love to do that. So now's the perfect time for a little break before the next song. I cruised on Virgin Voyages. I went through a travel agent that I found in like an online forum. I've never done that before, but I figured if they can get me a couple $100 off, which they ended up getting me, I think, an additional $300 off my cruise. And 2 or 3 years ago, I had booked where you put down a deposit and it goes towards your next cruise, and that was expiring. So that was why I decided I need to cruise before June of 2025 so that my future voyage credit didn't expire. So I went through this travel agent and she got me another $300 off. So I think I got total like $600 off my voyage. She got me double my Sailor Loot, which is the credit that you can use on board, and I got double the bar tab. So with Virgin Voyages, everything is included. It's a newer cruise line. It was much newer when I first sailed with them, but it's still one of the newer ones. And It's gotten super expensive, super expensive, even in the past 3 years. Very expensive, but it's really nice. It's adults only, so 18 and up. And I didn't see a lot of people that looked around the age of 18. They looked like kids to me. That's how much they stood out. They were very cute, happy, cute little kids, but it's an adults only cruise, which is what really kind of takes the cake for Virgin. And everything is included, all the restaurants, your drinks. Now, alcohol, of course, is not included. That's why you get the bar tab. And any specialty drinks, like specialty coffees, like flavored lattes, macchiatos. They have fresh pressed juice, and that's what I used my bar tab on that. And of course, shots of Patron. I did a lot of shots, champagne. What's my favorite drink? Probably like rum and Coke is my go-to if I don't know what to get. Or I love amaretto sours, whiskey sours, but you get the idea. So it's all inclusive except for those specialty items, but all the food, all the restaurants, it's included when you book your fare. So it's good. This is Jay from the future editing me. I felt like in the first video I was a little bit too candid when I spoke about kind of the vibe of the cruise, but if you think about it, so how many people can afford to take 2.5 weeks off of work and travel from the United States, assuming they're from the continental US like me, down to San Juan and then fly back from Barcelona? It's probably not a lot of younger people, right? So the average age of a transatlantic cruise, in my experience and from everybody I've talked to, is older. So with that older crowd, you're going to have a lot of different maybe sensibilities, and everybody on the cruise, not everybody, most of the people on the cruise were phenomenal. People my own age, wonderful. There were a few, like I think I already said, younger people on the cruise. They were fantastic. And the like Gen X, I think it is, so 80 and above, right? 75, 80 years old. They were so fun, so nice, so welcoming, which was awesome. Now, the boomers in that, like 50 to 70, I don't know what exact their birth range is, but the people that age, of anybody on the cruise I saw that was being poorly behaved, rude to staff, entitled, just busting in on quiet areas, speaking loudly on speakerphone, it was 9 times out of 10 somebody in that age range. So something to keep in mind. The cruise was definitely still incredibly inclusive and fun and wonderful overall, but there was definitely a tonal shift. And I don't know if it's because Virgin is status matching other cruise lines, or like I said, because this age of people can afford to do these transatlantics, but I definitely noticed a shift. And I know it's not everybody, please don't be offended.
밤이 오면 항상 turn the lights out. Tell me where you want it. Baby, you're the one I wanna know about. We can fall in slowly, yeah. We don't need to do the talking. Get into it, baby, softly, yeah. 매일 너네 넌 계속 보는 널. Baby, come and show me. Take my heart. I never thought I could love this hard. Oh, I can't get enough. Got me singing like I love it when you do it like that. When you walk out wearing nothing but I love it when we do it like that. You know that I'm right there, want you to you make it look so easy like that. Then you try out my attention like
Most of these clips were filmed at night because I just had to do all of my cleaning in the evenings before I left for the cruise, because I worked right up until the day that I flew out to San Juan. And actually that morning I got up early, and while I was waiting for my Uber, I was just finalizing some last minute things I had to submit on my work computer. So these clips were filmed at night because it was at night. That was the only time I had to get everything cleaned. And I only cleaned the full downstairs of the house because upstairs I did my office in the previous week when I organized all my purses, and I cleaned the upstairs bathroom. Just as soon as I realized it was dirty, I just cleaned it off camera to get it out of the way. And I did not get to my bedroom. The only thing I got to do was change the sheets and vacuum. But then, of course, the room was like a wreck when I packed my clothes anyway.
thinking of you make me go on and on and on and on. I love it when you do it like that, when you walk out wearing nothing but. I love it when we do it like that, you know that I'm right there, want you to. You make it look so easy like that, then you try out my attention like. Just thinking of you make me go on and on and on and on, yeah, yeah.
Lastly in here, just need to vacuum up. I sprayed some Autobahn on the couch. I bought the big jug of it and I just use it when I don't feel like pulling all the couch cushions covers off, but I know that the fabric needs to be disinfected. So for the cruise, I did cruise solo, which I did that my previous time, but there were 300 solo travelers on this cruise, so quite a big, intimidating group, which actually made it harder to make cruise friends because I just found the group so intimidatingly large. And in the beginning, when they do solo traveler events, I would go and like pop in, but I was so intimidated. And I am a very, very shy person. I thought I had grown out of it somewhat, but apparently not, because I missed so much information in the beginning. But eventually I did kind of make some cruise friends, and that was nice to have somebody to go to dinner with and shows and excursions, like to walk around the ports. But I did cruise solo, and for Virgin, they are really, really good about that. Maybe too good at attracting solo travelers. Me from the future again. So the cruise was from San Juan to Barcelona, and we spent the first 7 days at sea. And forgive me if I've already said this, but we had 3 port stops. The first was in Casablanca, which is in Morocco, which is crazy. And then we had 2 port stops in Spain, Palma de Mallorca and Valencia, and then of course our final stop was Barcelona. So Casablanca, really amazing, really, really cool. We got to see some Moroccan rugs and we toured some mosques. I don't know why that word is so hard for me, but we toured some really stunning mosques, and that was really amazing. And Spain has kind of a reputation for not being kindly to tourists, and I will say I kind of felt that, so I'm not too interested in going back to Spain, I have to say. Of course, I didn't have a bad time. Nobody spit on my face or spit in my shoes, but I did have the door closed in my face to shops twice. I mean, I was in the doorway looking in to see, if they were open, because Spain closes midday a lot of times and they take like a rest and then the things will reopen, and just had the door closed in my face. So that happened twice, but I can't fault the whole country. So overall, it was really cool, but I probably would not do Spain again. My kitchen sink was actually so covered in food. I had to scrub it out twice. I used my, oh my gosh, I'm going to show it in a second. There we go. My soft scrub plus bleach for the first clean, and then I just used a little bit of Dawn Power Wash to scrub it out the second time. But yeah, I'm telling you, things were just feeling very icky around here.
In other words, 많이 사랑해. Don't let go me, baby. 포기하긴 너무 in love. 하루 종일 지친 나를 위로해줄 네가 있어 난 행복해. 난 그래도 가끔은 불안해. We break up and make up. 누구나 이런 다툼 grow up then hook up 또 괜찮아지니까. We just get by 아무렇지 않게 baby. Oh, I don't wanna lose you but 사실은 난 무서워. 널 잃을까봐 원하면 원할수록 내가 작아져. Break up, break up, we break up, break up. Love me like you want to play. Love me, you're my everything, baby. 널 원하면 원할수록 내가 작아져. Break up, break up, we break up, make up.
I also did a 2-step wipe up of the counters because again, they were just like that. So I used my crud cutter, which I've talked about before. I've kind of gone back to the cleaning products that I love the most. Instead of trying new things, I just use and repurchase the ones that I really like. And I love this crud cutter. And then as a follow-up, I used my quartz and stone cleaner from Wyman, which I also really like. And if you're looking for a good countertop cleaner and I have quartz countertops, it's really good, but definitely buy those things at like your TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Home Goods, because in Home Depot or Lowe's and even Walmart, the price for those products is just ridiculous.
This is for the next time that somebody tells a lie, disrespecting my boundaries, acting like they don't care about me. Yeah. Call it out really early, let them know that they just can't hurt me, and pretend like it just didn't happen. Know that if I catch you lacking, keep it moving. I'm not gonna be somebody's backup plan, telling you not asking, don't do that again. Go ahead and leave, but don't come back from it. Listen to me carefully, I'm adamant. Say it with my chest, no, I'm passionate. Waving goodbye while I'm laughing. Behaving like a baby, yeah, you asked for it. You're gonna have to do a little more. Gotta do a little more. See this one before, you know I'm gonna get more. Gonna have to do a little more. Gotta have to do a little more.
I'm actually planning my next vacation for early fall, right as the kids go back to school. Hopefully, I want to go to London. Just a quick 4-day trip, so I want to do a Wednesday to Sunday, and the flight I'm looking at, I'm probably going to purchase in the next day or two. I would fly out of BWI on like a Wednesday night, and then I would arrive Thursday morning, and I would stay Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then fly out on Sunday afternoon and get home technically Sunday evening and back in BWI. And I do prefer to fly out of Baltimore. I think it's a really nice airport, and I live in Maryland, so I kind of like being in the same state, even though I'm still so close to Virginia and Washington, D.C. I just, I like to be in my own state. So that's the plan, is a trip to London. If you've been to London, how is it? I've heard wildly mixed things from people who say it's not that exciting and they just don't want to go there at all because they don't think it'll be exciting. I've heard both. And then I've heard that it's so historic and amazing, and the museums and doing the touristy sightseeing in the countryside was just so beautiful and so nice and worth it. I'm leaning towards worth it. If you've been here a while, you'll know I'm a homebody. Deep in my brain, I don't think I am, but in reality, based on my actions, I really am. And I mean, we only live once, unfortunately, and life is sometimes it feels really long, but it's actually not that long. So I don't have an infinite amount of time on this earth, and I would like to see more of the world. I think it makes me a better person to be more worldly, right? To know what's going on outside my bubble. So I am planning a trip to London, God willing. I'll get there and I'm excited. I'm actually not nervous about the flight either. Coming home from Barcelona I flew to JFK, and then I had a short layover and a really short flight into DCA. So that flight was 8.5, 9 hours, and it was not bad. The short hour-and-a-half flight to get back home was worse. Worse storms. We had to go around our destination airport twice. So that one was like more turbulent. That one was more scary than the 9 hours I spent in the air coming over from Spain. So my fear of heights is not totally over, but it's definitely a lot better. I'm not scared of the flight to London, and it's only like 7.5 hours, and it's a straight flight. So I'm excited. Of course, being in the air still feels unnatural to me, but I know statistically driving a car is not any safer. But yes, so the Lord's will, my next trip will be to London.
이런 적 없지 널 본 적이 없으니까 You keep me up every night 매일 빛의 띠같이 마침표 없는 dream I can't help falling in love Maybe I just wanna feel like you la 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 Next to me right here right now 밝아오는 아침이 약속할
I haven't brought you guys into this room in a while. It's my little wax room that I use. I also have all of my weights and my exercise bike, and I pack my Poshmark orders in here. So things had gotten a little crazy. As you can see, my shipping supplies had taken over all the floor space. So I just wanted to do a really easy, tidy, and this is where I had switched the shelving unit. So I used to have 12 cubes down here, and now I only have 8. So I consolidated all of the supplies I use to make wax melts and candles, as well as my wax collection. My scented wax collection is all down here now, nice and tidy. So I just wanted to get things a little bit cleaned up in here and then run the vacuum. And I do want to start pouring wax again as soon as I have the time, because I finally miss it. The urge has finally come back to create again and make some really nice wax melts and keep trying my hand at candles, because I feel very confident in my wax making ability. I'm good at that. Candles, I just can't seem to grasp. I can't seem to get the right wick size and the right jar. So that's something that I want to start working on again here very soon.
Beautiful night to stay there with you. I want to dive into your arms. I want to into your arms. I wanna stay there with you. Nightmare, nightmare. You're beautiful nightmare. You're beautiful nightmare. Beautiful nightmare, and I want to stay there with you.
Same deal with the living room. It just needs to be wiped down really good, and somehow I always end up with a collection of purses down here that I've used throughout the week or weeks. So I just had to take the things that needed to go and put them away and just do. This room wasn't that bad. Again, I just hadn't wiped up in a really long time, and I finally mopped. I'm not even going to admit the last time I mopped the floor in here because that would be embarrassing, but it had been far, far, far too long. Something I've been doing just a little bit each day, just as I kind of have the time and the urge, is decluttering. I have been just really going through a lot of areas of my house and getting rid of stuff. I don't do a one big time declutter like a lot of people on YouTube do. I just periodically declutter, like constantly. And now that we're going into spring, my allergies don't are terrible, but it is yet again another reminder, even an unwanted one, that I just want to do a refresh. So I've been really working on decluttering and going through my collections, because my collections kind of change as I change and as I grow, and I fall in and out of love with things, and that is okay. So I've been selling a lot of my candles. Doesn't mean I don't still buy candles and use them every day. I just don't want to have the collection of the ones I own, and that is okay. So I've been getting rid of a lot of those home decor items, rugs I don't need. I'm always trying to find the perfect rug, lamps, mirrors, just all the things that no longer suit where my house is now. I get rid of them, or I either donate them to the local church or I sell them on Facebook Marketplace, which is a headache in of itself, but it gets out of my house and hopefully into the hands of somebody who will utilize it, and it'll bring them some joy. So it is worth it in the end. And then to mop up in here, I just switched out my mop shoes and I'm using my favorite method squirt mop cleaner because it's so easy, and an O-Cedar mop that has two sides, and I love it for these vinyl floors. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will definitely see you all soon.